Hello everyone, welcome back. So we are going to continue the reduce operation here. I'm going to create a new class. So stream reduce example 1. I need to have a main method. So before we start coding, let's discuss about the use case what we are going to try now. So what I'm going to do is I have a list of persons, right? So I want to retrieve all the names of the person, okay? And I'm concording each and every name. Concatenate the first name with the second name and second name with another name and the third name with the fourth. I mean to say all the names is comes under as a next value. Like for example, I have a 1, 2, 3 in the list, right? So the outcome it has to be 1, 2, 3. Everything combined is a single data. Okay. I think let me show you in the real example so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, so first thing I'm trying to retrieve the person list from the repository, get all persons, and I'm going to use the stream, open the stream dot stream, and then so we are going to work with a name, right? That means map of name. So the detail is person and get name. So import the person, so you can get the reference here, name. And then let's take the we have only unique names, right? So we don't need to use the distinct or something else. So we can directly go for reduce. So reduce, we are going to use the same function. So what is going to be of my beginning value? I mean the start value. In this case, is a concatenation, right? I don't have to provide any value. I can give some empty string here, right? And then what is your functionality here? I mean your functionality. What you are defining here? What this particular function has to do with all the elements? Okay. So what are the inputs here? A, comma B. These are the two inputs, right? So what is the explanation? So I'm going to concat a dot concat with a B. Alright. Okay. So let's print them here itself. Okay, it comes as a single value, right? So this will return a string. So string names. Okay, and then print the name so we can see how the concatenation performed. Names or names. Let's run this and see how the reduce functionality is making things easier. See, John, Angel, Dean, Nancy, Harper, Alan. If you want, we can give it a space here and then again. So everything, we don't need the space here anyway. It's concatenation each and every value, right? So John, Angel, Dean, Nancy, Harper, Alan. Everything combined as a single value. Correct? So basically what happened here, this is my entire name list of all the names here, right? So this particular function is going to be applied for each and every function and will perform this concatenation operation, correct? And another thing, reduce method. So reduce method is it will take three methods. I mean it has a three methods, reduce, one with the param and one with binary parameter, and one with the param and one with the binary by function. There'll be another one, I can show you that, and one with the binary operator. Okay, so we tried the by function. Okay, to make things clear, so what I'm gonna do is let's keep this thing into a method. So I'm going to return as a method. If you want to extract the entire thing as a method, what you can do is just go to refactor and extract a method. Okay, so here combine names, that's a method name. See now, whatever we did, it becomes a method. So we can call them here. Okay. So the next thing, what we can do is, in my person, who's the highest, tallest person? So the maximum height, right? So how are we going to filter out the highest or tallest person? Okay, so let me create a method static. So it's going to be written a person, right? Person get tallest person. Okay, so let's code here. So the first thing we need the list of persons, which is nothing but our student repository, which contains that. Into that, before that, dot stream. Then I'm going to use reduce. So we're gonna use the by function here. I mean direct. One second, let me see what the method available here. So we're gonna use reduce binary operator. What I'm going to do is one method explanation, right? So we can use the binary operator here, which is nothing but a single function. There is no in starting value. Okay, so I'll have two inputs. One is x comma y. Okay, so what is the body function for that? I'm going to check x dot get. What is happening here? I'm not able to refer here. Let me reflag it again. Reduce. So I'm going to use another open close bracket here. So x comma y, and the function which I'm going to apply for everything, x dot get height greater than y dot get height. So if the first condition satisfied, I need to run x, or else y. These are inline conditions. Okay, so the reason is it is expecting a return type, right? So let me return this. Okay, see what is the error here? Cannot convert from optional person to person. Okay, so whenever you use reduce, right, which will always return as a optional of data. Okay, so optional, it's one of the another greatest thing in a functional interface. Okay, so we'll talk about a lot about optional in the later videos. So for now I'm going to code here, like, so it's not, it is expecting a optional person, correct? So optional, nothing is optional. Let me give you a high level overview of optional. Optional is the functionality, the interface which will help us to work with a null pointer check. It will take care of the null check, and also it will take care of the empty. Both it will handle in the option. Okay, so this will turn an optional person, right? So let's call this method and see how this method returning the data. If you want, you can open the get all persons. You can find out who has the greatest height here. Tallest person should be 165, right? John, right? Let's see how the code is return the data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the get tallest person. Okay, so okay, we got the get tallest person, and we need to print the data, right? Let me print that also. So tallest person is, okay, so let's run this. See, the tallest person is John 165. As we seen in the repository, he is the tallest person, correct? So it returned properly. Let's open the method and see how it is working. Initially we had a starting and end value, right? But here I don't have any starting and end value. I have only the parameters, function parameters, right? So in this particular scenario, you don't need the initial value because I'm going to work with the elements which is there in my particular list. Okay, I'm not going to do any sum operation, I'm not going to do any multiplication operation, I'm not going to do any concat operations. I'm just comparing my data. The first time x and y. What will happen here? Let me open the person. The first time John and Angel will come. Okay, so it will check which one is bigger, x or y. So x is bigger, right? So it will return John. Then John becomes the next initial value, and then John with the Dean. Again x, and one Nancy 130. Again 165. Okay, so if anywhere else, is there any other person has height more than 165, then y becomes the bigger value. Then we got a different data in that case. Okay, so the same one which we discussed here, right? Similar way it will work, but the only thing is we don't have any initial value here. The starting position, correct? You might wondering why my data is printing like that, because our method is returning the data as an optional person. So what we can do is optional person tallest person is equal to, and you can call the method here, and then if you want to get the data from a optional, you can simply use dot get method. That's all. So now run this, you can see the plain data, person name John 165 and all the information. Okay, so reduce, it's a kind of little bit of making us confused state, but the only thing is you need to do, try with the multiple examples and try with the different scenarios, get to know the reduce. Okay, so with this we came to end of this particular video. We'll see each other in the next video. Thank you.